This pig is not a pig. It's classed as a product for trade. It has no rights, and it doesn't matter if it's dead or alive. These conscious rabbits are having chemicals dripped into their eyes for cosmetic tests. And this fish is no longer considered a fish. It's part of a meal, even though it's still breathing and its head is still twitching. This wolf has been caught for its fur. It's been held in an ankle trap by two powerful steel clamps which tear into its flesh. It can suffer for hours before it eventually dies. Animal welfare refers to the point where it is morally acceptable for humans to use animals for food, in research, as clothing, and in entertainment, so long as unnecessary suffering is avoided. This means the animal should be free from thirst, hunger, and malnutrition, environmental discomfort, pain, injury, disease, and fear and distress. The animal should also be free to express normal behaviors for its species. Animal welfare advocates ban the trade of animal products which do not meet welfare standards, but the benchmark for animal welfare is still being questioned.
Well, I'm the Vice Chairman of the European Food Safety Authority Scientific Panel on Animal Health and Welfare. And so we are considering this whole range of issues in this scientific committee which advises the European Commission. Obviously, you have to think about all of the factors. You think about animal welfare as a factor, and you think about controlling disease, which is of economic importance to farmers as well as to the animals, and you think about something which might cause a disease in humans, a zoonosis. You have to have a balanced view of, will it cause me, if I eat a meat product, for example, will it make me sick? Ideas have been changing, as Joyce de Silva has just said.
Sure.
Ideas about humans have changed, and we now do not do things to other people that were formerly done. And this is happening on a large scale in relation to animals because we are increasing our knowledge about the functioning of the animals. So if you think of the animal as just a machine, then to do something to it which causes damage to it is not a major problem. If you think of it as an individual which is sentient, which is aware of what is going on, which is able to learn very complex things, then you are less likely to treat it badly. The public in the US has the same view, and of course I think animal protection societies should be responsible in what they do. I think it is of importance that these matters of animal disease often overlap with animal welfare.
Right.
So if you treat the animals badly, then there is a great, first of all, you need to have methods for identifying when there are problems. And secondly, if you treat the animals badly and they get disease. The situation we have in Europe is that 80% of people express concern about animal welfare in all of their activities and take account of it when they are deciding whether to buy something or not in a shop. So the laws that we have in Europe reflect the public opinion in Europe. And one of the things which I have always argued in Europe is that it's very important for people in animal protection societies and people who are using animals, like farm animals, farmers, organizations and so on, to talk to one another, to discuss how things might be done and how in the long run, how what the public wants is going to be achieved. I feel that the conference which has occurred here, this is a very useful thing to draw together the ideas and then to talk about the difficult issues. Some of the issues you raise are quite complex issues.
Right.
They need to be discussed by people with different views. And the major effect, the major change which has occurred is that the companies which are selling food are having standards on animal welfare because their customers are demanding it. And if those companies were buying their food from China or from some other place in the world, they would also have to have the same standards. So the way in which these animal welfare standards are becoming international is mainly through the international trade. I don't think that there is any major conflict. I think that we have a lot of values about how people should be treated, how our resources in the world should be used. And we have concerns about the animals that we use, and those concerns are of importance to almost all people who have contact with animals. We may think some things are more important than others, but in allocating our resources, we can allocate some things to helping people and some other amounts to helping animals. Whether or not you should kill small baby seals is an ethical question. If you are going to kill them, how should they be killed? Can you kill them in such a way that their welfare is very poor because they are having a lot of pain before they die, or can you kill them so they die instantaneously? And those things are measurable. We can measure that. We can also measure this in farm animals, and there is much more research on farm animals because in the world farm animals are much more important than seals. Wild animals can be killed in a humane way. If an animal is shot, it can die within 1 or 2 seconds. It can have no significant period of suffering. I think for most people who are consumers, that the kind of publicity which has the most effect is something which is honest, which gives actual information. And so, but we all know that people who are advertising something, even advertising in animal protection societies, that they will use things which catch the eye. But in the end, even if they are catching the eye, they should have a message which is clear to the average person. What is the information? What are the facts? People want to know what the facts are. And okay, methods are used to catch the eye, but in the end, what counts is having good quality information.
Right. Thank you so much for both of you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.